All right, guys, we're going to chop some wood tonight. And someone actually mentioned the topic that I wanted to chop wood about up here in the comments section. Anybody see Kirby's interview with ESPN and Reese Davis? Carson sounds like he's more than ready. Appreciate it, Tomahawk Dog. I'm going to put a link to that in this show's description. And I know somebody's probably written off of it at On3 as well. And Kirby's interview with Reese Davis and Pete Thamel is the kind of access and the side of Kirby that we typically don't get in his media availabilities. And he just says a lot, man. And Reese is the best at his job. Obviously, he's the host of College Game Day. And I just thought it was really cool to hear everything that Kirby had to say about this team, his leadership style, Carson Beck. He talks about how he internalized the Devin Willock tragedy, all of it. They didn't hold back, and Kirby didn't either. He was very transparent and very patient. It was a great interview. So y'all go check that out. It is a must-watch if you're a Georgia Bulldog fan. I know y'all are going to love it.
Jake?
What's that?
What are you chopping wood about?
You chop wood.
Okay, I'll chop wood.
Hey, we'll get into it like these two reporters did today at the
yeah, y'all chop wood about that
press conference.
It's
little athletic Dog Nation action over in the press conference today. If you can slide on over and listen to some various.
Palmer's trying to give the mic away this time, though.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I'll chop wood about Dogs on Tour at the Tour Championship. I was going to mention it when we were talking about Bird Dogs because I'll be wearing my Bird Dogs shirt up there. But I'm headed up to the Tour Championship on Friday. Looking forward to. Never been to East Lake. Never been to that event. Looking forward to watching the 3 former UGA players that are going to be in action up there: Sepp Straka, Russell Henley, Brian Harmon, who recently was announced as a qualifier for the Ryder Cup. So Georgia getting some love there. Interested to see because they've had a lot of success on the tour. Chris Kirk just barely missed out. Top 30 players on the tour make it. So, golf season coming to a close. I know that's something that all of us do enjoy to watch, and football season coming to an open this weekend with week 0. So looking forward to watching some week 0, watching some golf, and getting ready to watch some Georgia football here next week.
Well, week 0, Palmer's going to enjoy about 4 $18 Michelob Ultras at East Lake.
I'm gonna need something to cool me down because it's supposed to be 99.
Yeah, and there's not much in the way of shade out there either. All right, Jake, take us home, man.
All right, I'm gonna chop wood on this Georgia roster because there's been a lot of talk today about kind of Georgia, and there's been a lot of talk. You get bad news sometimes, right? And I think it just kind of puts people in a rough spot. And people are talking about how the roster has been managed at running back. Guys, there's this whole idea that Georgia should have went and got a guy in the portal in January. You're talking about a master roster manager. Now, I'm not saying that Kirby hasn't made a mistake. I mean, listen, would Georgia in hindsight love to have a running back in the place of Smoke Bowie right now? Absolutely. Absolutely. But, this is not kind of grabbing a guy off the shelf out of the portal in January. At that point, Georgia had 4 healthy tailbacks and another that was on the mend, and they fully expected to be healthy in a few months. At that point, they had 4 guys that they had, you got a freshman. One of those is a freshman, obviously, but you got, 4 guys that you've poured into and you've helped develop in the offense. You go and get another guy out of the portal. Number one, you're probably not going to get the kind of guy you really want because who's in the portal thinking, hey, I want to go be the number 2 or I want to be the number 3 here at this school. I don't care how good you are. A lot of players aren't doing that. On top of that, you look and you think, okay, well, if you go and add somebody, you go add a stud or you go add just anybody. What are the guys on your roster going to do? Does Andrew Paul move on? Does Kendall Milton decide that he wants to be closer to home at that point? So there's a lot of hindsight being 2020. There's a lot of questioning. And listen, it's healthy to question. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just offering this as a rebuttal. Okay. I'm not saying shut your mouth or I'm going to come to your house and burn it down. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Georgia's really good at this. They got a lot of information we don't have. Be critical, all that stuff, but also listen to the facts. And the facts are that Georgia's running back situation wasn't all that glorious this time last year. If you think it's bad now, you definitely wouldn't have liked it then either, because the same number of healthy guys on scholarships, similar amount of experience, and some guys that had injury histories. So ultimately, this is a thing that Georgia's going to have to work through. It's got the schedule to do it, and I think more than anything, between those types of debates and the types of interactions that media members had today with microphones, I really think that we just kind of need a football season to get here real fast.
Yeah, let's see some damn ball already. Tomahawk Dog giving Roe a shout out here. Sweatshirt in the heat. You're cold-blooded or pulling a Schumann, or just South Georgia tough. How about
Glenn Schumann wishes he was as tough as me.
Yeah, he sure does. Y'all hit like and subscribe if you don't already. Lock it into DawgsHQ.com. Bark After Dark was awesome with Jeff Santel. I don't know why you would just turn away from DawgsHQ at all. We've got great content coming everywhere from all angles, like the Georgia defense.